To give us some stock picks from the week that was, Adam Dawes joining us from Shaw and Partners. In fact, Adam, you've just completed the call, so well, this will be
ready to go.
This will be about 13 stocks. I think you've done in one hit. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what are we going to start with? Aussie Broadband.
Yep.
Now, obviously, it had its what it was off an IPO from last year.
Yes. Yes.
How's it been travelling since then?
Well, it's been travelling pretty well. The IPO, I think, was around about $1.20 and it's currently just shy of $3 at the moment, so $2.95, $2.96 when I left the desk. The reason why I like this story, and it's a fantastic story, is that because the larger telcos struggle to maintain market share and maintain, or in fact to grow market share, whereas you've got these smaller little telcos that can nip at the heels at these big guys. And potentially you've seen Aussie Broadband being advertised around TV. They've been doing a lot of advertising across that. And really one of the big things that I speak to, and we do a lot of due diligence before we actually go into these things, and we basically then sit around and talk about, is the customer happy? And everybody who has used this service are basically saying the customer is happy and they're really confident. And we, as Australians, we love to bash the banks and Telstra. So, you know, it's really refreshing to see a telco in that small cap space to get some of that market share off the big incumbents as well. So it is one of the best, and I think it's the third largest now telco in Australia. With Vocus now coming off, we're going to see more and more consolidation in that space, and we really like Aussie Broadband. It's a buy from us here at Shaw and Partners.
Just looking at that chart, up almost 2% on the year.
Yeah.
How much room is there to go, do you think?
Look, it's a $500 market, $500 million market cap at the moment. So I think that still we could see $1 billion market cap on this one quite easily. So yeah, potentially we could see some more uplift in that. They still need to continue to keep getting wins. That's the biggest thing, getting more customers, and it's all about organic growth. And that organic growth is coming. We like that because you have to acquire, if you buy businesses, you have to acquire by acquisition, and that sometimes can get you unstuck. But organic growth is fantastic for a business. So yeah, I still think there's some upside there.
All right, good one. Let's move to Newcrest. Now, we were talking about this a bit earlier. Obviously, the gold miners have been under tremendous pressure recently,
Yes.
just as far as where that gold price is at the moment. Newcrest being, what, Australia's biggest gold producer.
Yep.
And it's got that mine in Canada that's just got, what, the green light?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And so think about that mine being the size of Evolution's mines. So it's massive what they can do with that mine. So at $24, $25 where the price is today, I think Newcrest is a buy. Okay, the gold plays have been a bit of they've come under a lot of pressure, as you said, and potentially gold is not so much in favour at the moment, but that's when you buy these things. That's when you buy things when everyone else is saying no, don't buy gold. That's the time. Newcrest is one of our lowest cost producers. They can produce an ounce of gold just under $1,000, and they can sell it in the spot market for around $1,700, $1,800, and they've got a great production moving forward. The market was a little bit concerned about Lihir and that large gold mine on Lihir Island. They've really cleaned that up. I just think there's value here, and the market is looking for more value versus the sort of the tech stocks, which we've sort of seen a bit of a sell-off. And I think there's value in Newcrest down here, so I really like it.
But is this all contingent on the gold price, and I guess, you know, where it's going, particularly in far as the inflation story is concerned?
Yes, absolutely. So we could see some more weakness in the gold price. I don't see it getting low as 1,500. Potentially there's a little bit of a floor there at 1,650. But yes, there is that risk, and potentially that's why the market's shying away from these kind of companies. But again, it's when these things happen is when you should be going against the crowd a little bit. And I still see Newcrest as a really good portfolio stock. It's one that we put in the portfolios. Like gold, we have it in the portfolio. It's only 5% of your portfolio, but it is a nice little hedge. If the world does fall apart, gold will rally, and then those stocks will follow with that rally of the gold price.
All right, let's look at those small caps now then. I know Digital X is one on your list. Obviously their exposure to Bitcoin, meaning they saw significant gains.
I thought it was a lovely segue from gold to Bitcoin. I don't know how you did it, but I thought it was a fantastic way. DCC is the stock code, Digital X. This is a really interesting one because obviously we're starting to see as potentially gold being, Bitcoin being talked about, and it wouldn't be a show if we didn't talk about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin being a store of value. And that's what we're seeing here with gold, has always been the store of value. Now, experts potentially out there that say if that store of value gets close to where gold is, now gold is a $10 trillion market cap, right? So if we got Bitcoin anywhere close to that $10 trillion market cap, that means Bitcoin could be worth up to $600,000 a coin. Now we're currently sitting at 50,000 US, 60,000 US, somewhere around there.
Heading towards 60. Yeah.
So there is huge amounts of upside potentially that could still happen with Bitcoin.
Huge amounts of downside possible as well.
Potentially with the volatility that there is. Yes, absolutely. And there's a first, today I think the first trade, there was a Bitcoin VIX market, a volatility index market that has been now set up, and the first trades went through last night on that volatility index for Bitcoin as well. So it's now starting to become obviously a little bit more mainstream for Bitcoin. But DCC is a very, very interesting one. These guys hold around 215 Bitcoins at the moment, which has got a sort of street value of around $10 million. The market cap is around 58 million at the moment. So we think that that number is probably a little bit underdone of what they've actually got. But the whole idea of what these guys have is what called is a cold digital store, or a digital wallet that's cold. So in other words, they take these Bitcoins and they take them off the internet and they store them somewhere else so that they can't be reused again. And I think that's what DCC has obviously done very well with those digital assets and their funds management update. And they did also talk about some today the announcement talked about some regulatory issues, positives that they're going through with the regulatory side of things. Commonwealth Bank's looking to do some blockchain stuff with them as well. They just raised a fair bit of cash at 10 cents. It's now 8 cents, so I think you're getting a bit of a discount there. It's a small one, so be very careful, everybody. It is speculative.
Would it make sense then, from an investor point of view, your point of view, to hedge this in a way like you have your gold?
Yeah.
And you have your Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great call.
Yeah.
People can't afford $60,000 to buy one Bitcoin. Potentially these kind of companies, it is ASX listed, you get access to a portion of that via the ASX. Now, we constantly get asked, how do we buy Bitcoin? You know, there's all that kind of stuff. This is one where I push clients to that has inherent value, has Bitcoins, and you can get advantage of that uplift in the share price as well.
And Adam, a cheeky bonus stock for our viewers, 3D8 is another one you're liking. Obviously, that announcement with the deal with Rio Tinto, we had the CEO on yesterday and he was pretty excited about the deal.
Yeah.
So is this why you like it?
I like it because there's a couple more announcements that are supposed to be coming out. One with the Saudi Arabian government and Boeing. Also, there's some other larger deals to come on 3DA. So I really think I own stock in 3DA, so I've got to put it out there that I own a position in this one. But I really like this 3D printing and the metal additive. It's like Xerox basically puts a printer in there. It doesn't cost you much to get the printer, but it's all about the ink that needs to go in there, and that's where they make a lot of their money, is that metal additive that goes into there. But 3DA is a very, very good business, Amero, and I like it around this sort of 60-cent level. It looks really good.
Good one, Adam. Covered a bit of territory there.
Yeah.
Giving us a bit of everything really to put in our portfolio. Good one. Thanks for joining us from Shaw and Partners.
Thank you.